Hello and welcome everybody, hope that you're good, and we're back with the Deep Depths event, and more specifically 4 7-kilometer event eggs. But what we want to do is not only hatch a shiny, preferably from this batch. I am lacking on the old incubators, but I want to do that field research task grind to see if we can nab a shiny Clauncher from those quests. Catch 5 or hatch an egg, and this ticks off a bunch of those tasks. Meh, 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 and meh. That's a large Clauncher. Thank you very much, eggs. I'll have that from Kyoto. That's actually from Darby Russers over in Japan at the moment. By the way, you may have seen the Tour Pass Deluxe. We got a little bit of compensation because there was a Tour Pass pose, avatar pose that was meant to be included, and it was never put in. So they've now given us 4 premium items instead. But check 1 of the day, the video, 466 is the 100% we'd be looking for. Not a shiny on check number 2, but it's getting up there. 3rd of the batch, not a shiny. What I would like to show you guys is we did actually pick up our 5th shiny Clauncher of this event last night. Well, a couple of nights ago for you guys, but we were doing Daily Adventure Incense after editing the Incense podcast, episode 215. Go and check that out if you haven't done so already. We had a good old chat with Zoe 2 about Scopely and Niantic and the whole sale of the game and everything. I needed to get some steps in for the day, and thankfully, the shiny Clauncher delivered, not off Daily Adventure Incense itself, but from the wild spawns. So we're sitting on 5 Clauncher from this event and a couple of Sneasel as well, but we've got to catch those wild spawns as well during this event to get those tasks completed. Let's see what we can pull in today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and throw a like down the video if you like what you see. To be honest, the quests for Clauncher are not crazily readily available because there's actually a lot of non-event tasks. I have to say, last night in a little trade session, swapping some Nickit, we pulled in the lucky 100%er, which I always like how the lucky Pokemon of a dark type looks with the background. It's just a little bit exciting. We need to grind those XL candies so we can get to level 50, and we will get our Thievul Pokedex a little bit later in the video. Managed to find 3 catch 5 water. 1 isn't shiny. I don't know how many quests we'll be able to actually get done over the course of 2 days, but I'd like to get a fair amount done, and not a shiny there. But I did actually have a look. My only Hundo Clauncher was from a field research task grind just like this back in 2023 when Clauncher was released with Beach Week, and we did like 180 quests over the course of 2 or 3 days to try and get the shiny, and we never got it. Just doing the 1 quest check because there's now hatch 2 eggs and I need to hatch an egg. So this is catch 5 water, and it's the male Frillish. That's the problem we're gonna have, I'm afraid. Wednesday we have the Bug Out event, which is kind of like the final event for March. It only brings in Sizzlipede and Centiscorch, which is cool, but there's no new shiny. But Chase for the Nimble, definitely a good one. And then we've got the good old Fuzzy Buddy Research Day, which is going to clash with Milan City Safari. All I can say is thanks very much for half egg distance. Ticks things off nice and quickly. So check, I think 7 in total. That's 10 CP off the Hundo. Check 8, not a shiny. Really terrible. Check 9 of all the quests. Catch 5 water completed. Check 1 is the Frillish. Oh no. And check 2 is the Clauncher. Ooh, 461, you were so close. Burning through the 2-kilometer eggs nice and quick. So it's gonna give us trash. 3 hatch and egg tasks, which really do mean you have to go back around and loop everywhere to go and get more quests. Check 1 is not a shiny. Bottom of the cluster, not shiny. And the 3rd of the batch, not a shiny, no surprise. That is a 98er, people. I've had to miss all 3 of those stops. So is there one here? Catch 5 dart type, no there's not. So the thing is, I would be doing batches of 7-kilometer eggs for this event, but I don't have incubators, and I don't have Pokecoins right now. And I'm only gonna top up ahead of Milan for those 7-kilometer eggs. So 1-7. It's a Galarian Corsola. That's all right. I still need that Hundo and that shiny. So we get 2 egg quests. 1 is not a shiny. There's a wild 2 not shiny. 1 in the wild, not shiny. And the 2nd of the wild is not shiny. I'm gonna try for those shiny mud brays in Milan. Beneath some very, very squawky parrots, I think it is. 3 catch 5 waters. Let's just hope there's no Frillish lurking in here. It's gonna be a non-shiny Clauncher. And the 3rd of this trio of batch is not a shiny Clauncher either. There's a 5 water. There we go. Ooh, nice. We just dropped the Daily Adventure Incense. That's our 2nd spawn from it. Our 3rd, I think, shiny Sneasel of the event. This is a Perma Booster shiny after all. There's the shiny and 2-star. Nice indeed. And maybe not Pink Murkrow to match. Please, oh my god! Zapdos spawned in 1970 weather boosted. Now, given what happened before, my last G-Bird, you may remember, crashed out. We'll never know if we were able to catch it, but honestly, weather boosted 1970, even with a horrific throw like that, it's never gonna catch. I can't get my eye in on Zapdos, I genuinely can't. See you later. Goodness me, G-Bird. Boom, straight away. Gives me hope. I've rolled a time for an hour. It was really only a matter of time before we got this shiny in the event. Daily Adventure Incense strikes again, the Clamperl. Again, that's a perma booster shiny, or rather it was during the event. Still is outside of the event if you find one. And did anyone remember the research day for that back in 2019? That was a fun event. It's gonna be 2-star. Yes, we do really mean perma boosted. That must be like 2 or 3 checks later. We know the encounter number for the last one was 828. Swiftly running out of quests and time, unfortunately, for the day. So, pretty dead, but 2 checks after. After a small break of that terrible Kamala hatch, oh dear, let's throw that in the bin straight away. It does complete some tasks. Quest, not a shiny. Quest, not a shiny. Check. No, nothing so far today on the old quest game, but
2 days later.
Well, welcome back everybody to a somewhat misty Monday morning, and that means boosted dark types, which is really nice. So I'm really hoping for some more Hundo luck on the old Sneasel, possibly the Nickit too. We've got Nickit showcases, which I need an XXL for. Back for the Clauncher quest chase, we've got 3 of them. That's a dead 2-star, but it's all good. 3 Clauncher checks. 1 was hatch an egg, not a shiny or a Hundo. Check 2 was catch 5 water, it's a Clauncher, and this is catch 7 different species, which is Clauncher and Sandygast and a handful of others, I think Hatena. There you go, Clauncher. We're just going to chase for those quests, see how we do today. Find me a Dynamax Caterpie. Dynamax Caterpie, brand new into the system for this week. There's one back where I just came from, so we'll loop around there eventually. Right, I've got 3 catch 5 water types. Please have a Clauncher in here, because otherwise, okay. To be honest, shiny Frillish from the event would be something, but that's back-to-back Frillish. And useless Milo. 3 Frillish in a row. It's going to take us a while to hatch an egg because we don't have 2Ks to help us out. So a quest is actually a Clauncher. I wanted to do 2 things now. Let's battle our first Dynamax Caterpie. It's a 1-star battle, very easy, first bug type Dynamax Pokemon, but how useful Butterfree Dynamax is going to be in the meta remains questionable. If you want to burn 250 max particles and you see it, you can do it. We actually have a Hundo Caterpie, which would have been really nice if we could turn it into a Dynamax, but as it stands, we've got to start all over again. Dynamax the Moltres, currently trying to save some Stardust ahead of Milan this weekend. Going to be posting where we'll be in Milan sooner rather than later. Check on socials, check on the community page, check in the Discord. There is a channel set up for the Milan event. Hopefully, see a bunch of you out there. So, Caterpie, please, golden like episode 215 of the Incensed podcast, mind you. 3 Caterpie XL, and it's not gold. It is, of course, Max Monday. Oh, wow, it broke out. God. Good to add it to the Dynamax Dex, and this is going to be meh. But there is one other thing I wanted to do this video, and since we've waited long enough, let's evolve our 100% lucky Nickit and get our Pokedex Thievul. It's going to be great to add it to the Dex and get it done and dusted. Of course, I would like another one, just I like a living Hundo Dex, me. And there we go, it sort of develops a mask. Thievul! There we go, added to the Pokedex. Have you got your Thievul evolved? And if so, what's the IV of it? We've got an event 7-kilometer egg that, well, so far Sparkle, no joy for me at all, but that could be Hundo Nickit. No. 2 hatch and eggs for Clauncher, that's not shiny, not a Hundo. 2 is not shiny, and very much not a 100%er, but I'm hoping that's going to be the good catch 5. Let's check 2 of these tasks for catch 5. 1 is a Clauncher that is not shiny, and this one is a Clauncher as well. I'm impressed. However, the quests have failed us, the wild spawns have pulled on through. 461 people. If that was research, that would be a really solid IV. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be pretty dead. That's cool. That means 6 Clauncher this event. I'm praying that I'm proven wrong, that it's actually going to be solid. It's about as unsolid as you can get. 1,200 encounters on the nose, though. A good number of checks since the last one, though. Jesus. We've walked the grand total of about 20 feet. And there you go. There's another perma boosted shiny. That's our 4th or 5th Clamperl this event. That's really nice. If you needed it, I hope you were able to acquire it. May this be better stats than the Clauncher. It sort of is. But before we push on with the rest of the grind, of course, a massive thanks to every single person who is a Patreon member of this channel. Terrible analogy. Bread and butter? No, you say backbone. The bedrock of what we're able to do here and continue doing. So without all of your wonderful support, we wouldn't be here bringing you live events, our live streams, and these event grinds and the entertainment that hopefully you're all enjoying right now. So thank you so very much to every single one of you, and the Patreon is linked in the description if you want to have a check out of what that entails. Well, we just picked up a Hundo Clamperl from the wild, which is rather snazzy. Shame that wasn't the sparkly one. I'm not sure I have a Hundo Clamperl to my name, actually. Daily Incense is down. Maybe a Galarian Bird could bless us and possibly be shiny, but we've hatched an egg at long last, so 3 Clauncher is gonna be a crash. No, not a shiny. The second one of the batch, not a shiny. And I'm really hoping that's not the end of the Clauncher luck. Come on. Nope. We got another one. Yes, 558 is a Clamperl shiny. It's not off Daily Incense, otherwise I'd use that as an excuse to plug the podcast again, but 1 star. Shame the Hundo was between 2 shinies. 949, is there a G-Bird waiting for us? No. There's a couple of Clauncher though. Check that one, not a shiny. Check that one, not a shiny. Quest to check, please. Not a shiny on this front. Check 2 is not a shiny. The final one of the tree is not a shiny. It's freaking back to back. It's back to back Clamperl. No luck on that 100%er. Oh my goodness me. This one is 0 star. Ooh dear. But literally 1 check later. Another one. And another one. Clauncher though, not orange. Yeah, it's another one. It's another one. Put enough Roar of Time down, you will get a G-Bird. We have a Zapdos on white screen. Come on! Oh my god, you son of a gun. Seriously. Zapdos does not want to sparkle. We're 851. We did have a game crash about 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to hold out the hope that this won't crash when I tab out. 851. Unfortunately, not going to be anywhere near what we want to see. And, oh, thank goodness me, it stayed. Great news. And we actually hit an excellent on it. 1 roll, probably gone, but... Oh, it stayed! Oh my god. It stayed. Jump at me, mate. Oh, I goaded that into action, didn't I, really? See you later. We got 2 chances at it. That's a very unusual circumstance. And a Clauncher, not a shiny. I'll take a G-Bird sighting, you know me. But it's been a very long time since I've seen a G-Bird at that particular place. Maybe close to like 9 months. We finally hatched a 7-kilometer egg, single incubator grind. Completes... Oh yes! Shiny Clauncher from the quest, let's go. Unfortunately, 20 CP away, and something happened with wild spawns that's going to make that a little bit of a sour shiny. So that's 2 star, but there were 2 Clauncher here. This was a Hundo, so we are 2 checks out. Well, we have had a Hundo Clauncher from, I think it was wild spawn or incense, I forget. Check 2's not going to be shiny. Into the stack you go. And check 3, not a shiny, but honestly, I'll definitely take 2 shiny Clauncher, 1 from wild, 1 from quest. That is what we wanted to get from this video. This was bound to happen today as well. The other perma boosted shiny has finally sparkled the pink. Lovely shiny. We'll never get bored of finding that one, particularly since we don't have a Hundo of the Johto Sneasel. After all these years, is it going to be a good star one? No. Plenty of encounters seen for this one, but we actually have 2 Hundo Hisuian ones before getting the Johto one. Well, that Purloin is our final Daily Incense spawn. Not going to burn any more dust. So 186 Pokemon caught, and none of the shinies from today were on Daily Adventure Incense, but that's all good. We did have a Rhyperior, which was quite snazzy. Let's conclude Deep Depths here. So let me know in the comments below how the event treated you overall. I hope you were able to get your shiny Clauncher one way or another, because it definitely seemed like there was a good boost on this one. We came away from this event with 20 shinies, which is a lot of Clauncher, and then subsequently, obviously, a lot of Clamperl today. We're taking out the Totodile and the Absol from the weekend, but I would call that a pretty successful event, and there were a smattering of hundos, etc. in there. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you throw the like down on it and hit the subscribe button as well. And of course, we have a little schedule coming up. So there is the Bug Out event happening on Wednesday. We'll be covering that. There's the Cutie Fly Spotlight Hour tomorrow. We'll be live streaming that at 6 p.m. GMT. We're not quite on daylight savings yet, but if you enjoy what you saw here, click one of the 2 videos here and continue watching the content from the channel. Again, thanks to the Patreon squad who help support this place and where the content is created. Keep watching the content. Let me know if you enjoy it. I hope that you do, and I will see you all in the next one, people. Do take care.